Welcome back to Weird and Wicked Productions, where we don't just watch horror, we rank it, dissect it, mythologize it, and drag it screaming into the eternal canon. And tonight, we're counting down the top 25 horror movies of 2025, a year that didn't just revive the genre, it reloaded it, reimagined it, and redefined it. Slashers returned, supernatural horror evolved, video game adaptations leveled up in a few films, including one that absolutely should have been on every list, carved their way into the cultural bloodstream. So grab your popcorn, lock your doors, and silence your phones, because we're diving headfirst into the definitive, no-nonsense, high-energy ranking of the year's most terrifying releases. Let's get wicked. 25. The Front Room, A24, kicked off the year with a slow-burn psychological nightmare about family, manipulation, and the horrors that hide behind polite smiles. It's not the loudest film on this list, but it's a precision-crafted anxiety machine, and it earns its spot by sheer atmospheric dread. 24. The homoclaustrophobic descent into institutional terror, The Home blends mystery, paranoia, and supernatural whispers into a tight, unnerving package. It's the kind of film that makes you question every shadow in the hallway, and every staff member who smiles a little too wide. 23. The Gorge, part survival thriller, part creature feature, The Gorge delivers raw tension and brutal stakes. It's a reminder that nature doesn't need ghosts or demons to kill you. Sometimes the landscape itself is the monster. 22. The Woman in the Yard. A minimalist, eerie, is she real or not haunting that thrives on silence and suggestion. This one crawls under your skin and refuses to leave, like a shadow you swear is getting closer every time you blink. 21. The Room Next Door. A voyeuristic, paranoia-soaked thriller that weaponizes thin walls and late-night noises. It's the perfect reminder that sometimes the scariest thing in the world is the person living 10 feet away. 20. The Watchers. A stylish, folklore-infused supernatural mystery that blends fairy tale dread with modern isolation. It's visually striking, narratively strange, and absolutely earns its place as one of 2025's most unique horror visions. 19. The Deliverance possession horror with a social, realist edge. This one hits hard, digs deep, and refuses to let go. It's not just scary, it's emotionally heavy, and that weight gives it power. 18. The Devil's Bath. A grim, historical descent into madness and superstition. This is folk horror at its bleakest, oppressive, atmospheric, and unforgettable. Not for the faint of heart, but absolutely essential. 17. The Substance body horror fans ate well this year. The Substance is grotesque, stylish, and viciously satirical, a film that peels back the skin of celebrity culture and dares you to look away. 16. The Shroud's Cronenberg returned with a meditation on grief, technology, and the boundaries between life and death. It's cerebral, cold, and deeply unsettling, a horror film for viewers who like their nightmares. Philosophical. 15. The Bride, a wild, stylish reimagining of classic monster mythology. This one blends gothic romance, feminist rage, and campy energy into a modern creature feature cocktail. 14. The Monkey Stephen King adaptations are hit or miss, but The Monkey lands with a satisfying thud. It's pulpy, creepy, and packed with that classic King small-town dread energy. 13. Drop a high-concept thriller that turns a simple premise into a spiraling nightmare. It's tight, tense, and brutally efficient, the kind of film that leaves you breathless. 12. The First Omen. A prequel nobly asked for, that turned out to be one of the year's most atmospheric supernatural horrors. Elegant, sinister, and surprisingly bold. 11. The Me You Can't See, a psychological descent into identity, perception, and the horrors of losing control of your own mind. This one sticks with you, not because of jump scares, but because of the ideas it plants. The Room Next Door? A second appearance? No, this is the other film with a similar title that dropped internationally. This one leans harder into supernatural dread, and it earns its place by sheer atmosphere. 9. The Watchers. Another double-listed title from different regions, and this version is the stronger one. A haunting, forest-bound nightmare with a fairy tale edge. 8. The Home. The international cut hits harder, digs deeper, and delivers a more brutal emotional punch. This is the version that belongs in the top 10. 7. Weapons. A bold, ambitious horror thriller that blends social commentary with escalating dread. It's messy, risky, and unforgettable, the kind of film that sparks arguments and earns cult status. 6. Five Nights at Freddy's, two bigger, bloodier, and far more confident than the first. This sequel embraces the franchise's lore and delivers pure animatronic chaos. Fans ate it up, and honestly, so did we. 5. The Conjuring, Last Rites, the Warrens' final chapter. Whether you love them or hate them, this film delivers spectacle, emotion, and some of the franchise's strongest scares in years. A fitting finale. 4. Final Destination, Bloodlines. The Death Trap franchise roared back with a vengeance. Creative kills, brutal tension, and a clever twist on the formula make this one of the year's most purely entertaining horror rides. 3. Sinners. A vicious, stylish, morally charged slasher thriller that hit the festival circuit like a sledgehammer. This is prestige horror with teeth, sharp, angry, and unforgettable. 2. Heart Eyes, the one that too many lists ignored, but not here. Heart Eyes is a neon-drenched influencer-era slasher with attitude, style, and a killer who feels instantly iconic. It's bold, bloody, and tailor-made for cult classic status. 1. Simis. Yes, it appears twice because the international cut is a different beast entirely. And the global version? It's the best horror film of 2025. A brutal, operatic, morally twisted masterpiece that blends slasher energy with art house ambition. This is the film people will still be talking about a decade from now. And there you have it, the top 25 horror movies of 2025, ranked, dissected, and carved into the weird and wicked canon. If you survive this list, hit that like button, sharpen your knives, and get ready, because 2026 is already looking monstrous. Until next time, stay wicked.